whenever you find yourself in a situation where you're blaming other people and say everyone else is the problem but you, then most of the time, like genuinely, you might be the problem. And what happens to the enthusiastic fan? Is she stuck in the bushes? Hi loves, I'm Phoebe Alexis and welcome to my YouTube channel. This channel is usually centered around all things natural hair, but I'm diverting a little to give you a review of Love Island, South Africa. Let's get started. So first and foremost, I'd like to say to the production, well done. Well, not well done, but the episode yesterday was a whole lot better in terms of production than it's been the entire last week. So big ups to you for that. There were a few sound issues here and there, but for the most part, yesterday's episode I think was the best episode in terms of production and quality so far. I will say however, and this is a negative, what happened to yesterday's episode? Because if I'm not mistaken, we were supposed to have an episode on Sunday, but we didn't. So I'm a little bit confused with that. Did I miss the memo? Was there something announced that I didn't see? I was literally ready and waiting for Love Island to come, and Love Island never came. But anyways, we move. So Libo and Chris, I think yesterday would have been their first full day in the house, and I really liking the dynamic between Libo and Chris. They seem to have this little bromance thing going. So in yesterday's episode, they were both given a chance to take any girl of their choice on a date, and Libo chose Timna and Chris chose Rochelle. I was happy for my girl Rochelle because you guys know I stand a queen, I stand Rochelle. However, I feel like Rochelle is an enemy of her own progress, because at this point, people are pursuing her, but she seems to be getting in her own way. But I think maybe that just has to do with her personality. She seems to come across as the type of person who just won't settle for anyone. So maybe that's what's making it difficult for her to find a connection within the house. However, I just wish she could loosen up and open up a bit more. So that she can secure her place in the villa. Her date with Chris was, to me, a bit awkward because, and I feel like Chris was giving in more effort than Rochelle was, but yeah, that could just be me. I think Rochelle was very closed off within that date, whereas I feel Chris was more open to getting to know her. In contrast, however, I feel that Libo and Timna's date was nice. I actually enjoyed watching it. I feel like they do have chemistry, and I'm glad that they do. However, I feel like Timna should be very cautious in how she's approaching her connections, because I feel like she may also be interested in pursuing things with Chris. And since Chris and Libo are friends, she should probably let Libo know about that, because it may come across a little bit hypocritical. Because when Durang did that, then it was a whole problem in the house. So I feel like she should tread lightly and tread carefully, and she should definitely let Libo know that, yeah, she is interested in him, but she may also be interested in Chris. I'm actually not mad at the idea of Timna and Chris getting together. I think it'll be very interesting to see an interracial relationship on Love Island, South Africa. And they seem to get along quite nicely. Like they have quite good chemistry. So I like that for them. I wouldn't be mad at the idea of them two getting together. However, Chris seems to be like he's still testing the waters. He seems to be vibing with almost everyone, almost to a fault, because he's coming in between Cage and Summer's relationship, but I'm not mad at it. I feel like people like Chris make the show interesting. Yeah, Chris definitely seems to be playing into the playboy persona, but the difference between Chris and Durang is Durang seems to be more arrogant with it, whereas I feel Chris is more playful. Like for him, he's not taking it too seriously. Yeah, he's just going with the vibes. So I guess I liked Chris for that. I think this entire episode, Chris basically carried the episode. I think of all the cast members, he was the most entertaining this episode. So yeah, big up to Chris. Next, let's speak about Xavier and Millie. So Millie says that she's made her decision. She's sticking to Xavier. She's not going to change. Girl, we're going to hold you to that. If your head turns again, I'm going to be giving you the side eye because you've been hopping from man to man. But you say Xavier's the one. So, okay, we'll stick to that. I'm not mad at their relationship. I actually feel like at the moment, Xavier and Millie seem to be the strongest couple in the house because they actually seem to have romantic feelings involved, whereas all the other couples at the moment seem to be more friendship couples than they are romantic. The conversation between Millie and the rest of the girls in the house, it was more like an intervention. But sorry, Millie, I have to side with all the other girls. Yeah, you're the problem. I feel like whenever you find yourself in a situation where you're blaming other people and saying everyone else is the problem but you, then most of the time, like genuinely, you might be the problem. And I feel in this case, she is very much the problem. Everything could have been avoided if she had spoken to Jay about pursuing Xavier. I also feel like what is she expecting from Love Island? I mean, if you're in a house with 10 people and something happens and you're only seeing these 10 people, you don't have access to anyone else, surely it's expected that those 10 people will be speaking about whatever happens within the house. So I don't think it was necessarily gossiping, but I mean, what else is there to talk about when you're living with the same 10 people every day, no interaction with anyone else? You're bound to start speaking about each other. So I don't know why she was mad at that, because I mean, they weren't saying anything. It is negative, but it wasn't anything bad as per se. They were speaking negatively of her because she did something negative, not because they didn't like her or they were bullying. I don't know, I just felt that way. And I feel like her and Aaron play into this victim role all the time, and it's getting annoying. Speaking about Aaron is expecting Assad to apologize to her, which I find strange because it was her who caused the issues in their relationship, not Assad. So it's not Assad's place, and I feel like Assad would be a fool if he were to apologize to her. So she speaks to Sarah about it and how she wants to get back with Assad, but she's waiting for Assad to make the first move. I don't think she should do that. If she's gonna wait for Assad to make the first move, it will be like waiting for grass to grow. If she wants to get back with Assad, I feel like she needs to be the one to mend things with Assad and not him. She needs to initiate the conversation. But they did have a conversation, allegedly. However, they didn't show us the conversation. I would have loved to see the conversation between Assad and Aaron, purely because now when she was speaking to Sarah, it didn't really make sense. But yeah, it is what it is. Girl, Aaron, you and Millie, same WhatsApp group. Nah, you guys are not the victims. You guys brought upon everything that's happening to yourselves. So at the end of the episode, we got down to the bottom three. And the bottom three, in no particular order, is Summer, Jay, and Sarah. I'm a little bit surprised with Jay because I felt like he did contribute a bit to last week, but I'm not surprised with Summer and Sarah. I did say, and I've been saying, that they seem to be team furniture. Like, we barely see them, they barely give us anything. Well, except for Summer, though. I feel maybe Summer, but I feel like, I don't know. The thing that makes Summer interesting on the show is purely Cage. It's no one else. So, yeah, maybe that. I don't know. Summer and Cage. I feel like Cage is a little bit too clingy for my liking. Yeah, so in this case, I tend to side with Summer. This is Love Island, so I feel like people should be free to pursue multiple relationships and not just one, provided that everyone is aware about what the other person is doing. And I don't think Summer has hidden the fact that she speaks to other guys. So I don't know why Cage is acting weird. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like since Summer is in the bottom three, Summer going home, I don't know how Cage is going to deal with it if he's acting all crazy and obsessed with her right now. I wonder what it's going to be like should Summer go home. I can't really predict who would go home, but if I had to choose, like if it were up to me, I would say Sarah would go home. Yeah, purely because Summer is in her, I don't want to call it a couple, it's just a mess, because Cage seems to be taking it a whole lot more seriously than Summer. But yeah, in her situationship. So I feel like her situationship does contribute to the show and did bring a little bit more drama. So I wouldn't want that to end just yet, but I think it would be entertaining because of how Cage is acting all obsessively and clingy to Summer. So I think it'll be entertaining to see how he copes if Summer's not there. Jay, would I want him to go? Nah, not really. I feel like he makes somewhat of a contribution. I mean, he's not my favorite. I don't watch the show for Jay, but yeah, I think if I had to kick one off and it were up to me, I'd say definitely Sarah would be going home. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we have to wait for tonight's episode to find out. Oh, and the last thing, we were introduced to a new girl, Tyler. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I need to wait for her to pronounce her name, but that's what I'm reading. Taylor, Taila. Tyler. I don't know. That's how I'm reading it. But yeah, so she's a new girl. I think she'll be entering the villa in tomorrow's episode. I hope she's interesting. I hope she brings some drama. I'm not so sure who she could be coupling up with, but I guess we'll see. What happens to the enthusiastic fan? Is she stuck in the bushes? I thought she was going to be introduced to the villain next, but it doesn't seem like it. So now I'm wondering, Mnet, was that just to calm everyone down because you had your diversity issues? Was that just to shut people up so that they stop complaining about diversity? Because I mean, she's not in the house and we're expecting her to be in the house, so now I'm wondering what happened to our girl. I don't even know. You guys didn't even tell us her name. Like I can't even say I know her name yet. So what's going on with that? Are you guys waiting for Casa Amor to bring her in? Will they be a Casa Amor? Like, I'm confused. Like, I'm very interested to know what happened to our enthusiastic fan, because now I'm starting to worry. Will it go back to what it was before and no progress in terms of diversity? Was that just, I don't know, a facade you guys put on to calm people down, to get people to stop talking about that and focus on other things? I don't know though, so I guess we'll leave it at that. So that's all. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss anything. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, loves. Mwah.